On Tuesday, I dropped a video about The Acolyte and its cancellation. In that video, I gave you 180 million reasons why the show was canceled. It was the budget, it was the numbers, it was so many different things. But that is not stopping the delusional Acolyte fanbase from trying to get the show saved.
The following is a world-class Bullshitters exclusive.
There's a Change.org petition to save The Acolyte, and of course, those things never work, but let's talk about it because it's funny. The Acolyte's cancellation has caused fans of the show to create a petition for its renewal, which is garnering thousands of signatures a day. Now hold on a second there, Screen Rant. This petition just dropped 2 days ago, so don't act like it's been around for weeks and weeks, garnering tens and hundreds of thousands of signatures. It's not that serious. The cancellation of The Acolyte was reported by many Hollywood trades, we all know that. It was not considered among the best-ranked Star Wars TV series. Well, if it's not very good, why should it come back? With the future of upcoming Star Wars TV shows also in doubt, well, there's good news, fans have taken to many online platforms to voice their support for The Acolyte. The support has recently taken on a new form with a petition on Change.org being made with the end goal of renewing The Acolyte. The petition, as of this article, has over 3,000 signatures at the time of this writing, with 2,600 coming in just one day. Evidently, the crowd willing to support The Acolyte is taking every step possible to give the show a chance at a future. Whether Lucasfilm will take notice and save The Acolyte, the campaign remains to be seen, but those involved will certainly not go quietly. No, they won't. I should get out my bug spray. There are a lot of people out here who do not like Disney Star Wars, and they're taking great pleasure in this news. Not only do they get to watch a terrible Star Wars show die on the vine, they also get to watch the fans of said bad entertainment cry and suffer. Now folks, I'm working on a little reaction video to some of the TikTok meltdowns. You can find that on our TikTok channel as well as the shorts. But people are not handling this well. And no matter how you feel about this situation, you can't deny that it's really funny. Now I could sit here all day and laugh about The Acolyte not getting renewed. I could also talk about The Acolyte since I watched every single episode so you guys didn't have to, and you can watch those videos here on the channel, but I don't want to do that anymore. I've done it. I've been there. Let's see what the Change.org petition says, and let's see how sad it truly is. Renew The Acolyte. Why this petition matters. Started by Blue Smith. Is that the color of your hair or your emotion after the show got canceled? The Acolyte opened the doors for so many Star Wars fans, new and old, to feel seen, to feel welcome and accepted by an IP and a fandom that hadn't previously been for anyone who didn't check off certain boxes. Not only that, but The Acolyte has become a beacon for representation for many fans who feel it was lacking in the Star Wars universe for decades. With both creators and actors who truly understood the world of Star Wars, The Acolyte quickly became a fan favorite because of the clear passion and love for the show in the work and the drive to give us something new and fresh for fans to fall in love with. Okay, I have to stop. I don't think the creators understood the assignment. The creators wanted to tell their story in a Star Wars packaging. It didn't work. Nobody liked this show. I love how these people want to throw up the diversity and being seen and being heard. The show sucked, okay? Don't you people, you marginalized minorities, hell, I'm not white, so I guess I'm in that category, but don't we deserve a better show? You know, if the Star Wars Acolyte series is a representation of you as a person, you should do better. You should try harder. You should look for better entertainment to represent you, or you should become a better person so piss-poor garbage like this doesn't represent you. Now, they're trying harder here on this petition. Regardless of the orchestrated review bombing by a small fraction of loud trolls and all the other obstacles this show had to face straight out of the gate, it trended repeatedly throughout, and after the show aired, it has a very dedicated fan base willing to fight for its continuation. It's a story that deserves to be told. No, it doesn't. First off, this show ended a month ago. This show only debuted 3 months ago. It never took off. It was never popular. Just because something trends on X does not mean that it's going to get people to watch the show. Stupid shit gets trending on X all the goddamn time. It's Morbin time, trended on Twitter. The internet tricked Sony into re-releasing a fucking movie in theaters because it trended online. Is Disney supposed to flush another $180 million down the toilet because a small group of people on Change.org want to see more Acolyte? I don't think so. Now, this petition has 6,280 signatures. Great. 6,280 Disney Plus subscriptions. All of those subscriptions aren't enough to equal one episode of The Acolyte. Hell, that's probably not even the craft services of an episode of The Acolyte. There's probably more money spent on electrical tape in The Acolyte than there are Disney Plus subscriptions to offset the cost. It's delusional, but it's not even maddening. It's really funny because these people truly believe in this crap. But not everybody associated with these petitions do believe in this. Everyone's going to look at these signatures and assume that each signature is an Acolyte fan hungry for another season of the show. That's not the case. Here's some proof right now that people are signing this just to troll these people. This comes from Joe Public. Yeah, hi, I'm signing because there's literally no chance this garbage show will ever be renewed, and that's hilarious. If anything, Disney will erase it from servers and pretend it never existed, and that's a good thing. You see, Disney killed Star Wars. Star Wars ended with George Lucas when he signed it over to the Soulless Corporation, which proceeded to milk it dry. The god-awful sequel trilogy completely dismantled the characters, themes, and plot points of the 6 real Star Wars movies, and so Star Wars has now become a culturally irrelevant dumpster fire. Ooh, that's harsh but accurate. As for The Acolyte, it was written and produced by Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant Leslie Headland, a talentless feminist lesbian who looks like John Belushi in drag, and stars the talentless race-baiting weirdo Amandla, because my parents couldn't spell Amanda correctly on the birth certificate, Stenberg, who made a diss rap aimed at actual Star Wars fans to shield this garbage show from valid criticism. Listen well, freaks. Star Wars is about good and evil, not moral relativism, not lesbian witches whining about the patriarchy, and not about obnoxious girl power fanfiction. Star Wars has been destroyed by agenda and incompetence. The morals, meanings, and messages of fake Disney Star Wars are twisted in evil. Good is evil. Evil is good. Kill the past. Your feelings are all you need to push your victim narrative. Real Star Wars has been destroyed by garbage movies and shows like this. And it's about time you pronoun and bio freak activist fake fan cosplayer learn that you're the vocal, toxic minority. Incels, bigots, and racists don't get The Acolyte canceled. It was canceled because it was horribly written, horribly executed, and that no one watches. No amount of whining about toxic fans and racism will ever change that. Money talks. There's absolutely nothing you or any of your gender-confused activist weirdo friends can say or do about it. Star Wars, the most beloved and influential franchise in the history of cinema, is dead, and idiots like you killed it. Go find some other franchise to project your weird fetishes onto. Oh, and good luck with the petition. So you see, the petition is irrelevant. The signatures aren't necessarily a reflection of people who want the show to get made. It's really a sad situation. I'm sure there's like 8 people out there that enjoy this show, and I want to be sympathetic because I'm that kind of guy. I know we get the wrong rap here on the channel. Everybody thinks we're angry and hate everybody. Some angry white dudes. I'm not white. I'm not angry. I hate bad movies, and this is all bad entertainment. But again, the whole point for me, and the reason why I had to make videos and did on this, is simple. We can look at numerical data. Facts and figures, they trump feelings. Remember, the Jedi tell you to be mindful, so weirdos on the internet, calm down. And here's the reason why it wasn't bigots, it wasn't trolls, it wasn't white people, it wasn't angry haters, it wasn't sexists, it wasn't homophobes, it was bad Star Wars. The Acolyte was 41% lower than the Ahsoka finale, 50% lower than Andor's, 60% lower than Obi-Wan, 62% lower than the Book of Boba Fett, and 66% lower than The Mandalorian. The series was one of the least watched Star Wars shows on Disney Plus, despite its hefty budget of approximately $180 million. This decline in viewership, coupled with high production costs, ultimately led Disney to cancel the show after its first season. Simply put, the numbers didn't justify its continuation. So yeah, it's funny to laugh at these people. It's funny to laugh at these weirdos, but remember, they're not gonna win. Again, I want to be sympathetic, so I will be. The Acolyte was trash, but we've all had shows that we like get canceled. Where's the next season of My Name is Earl? That was a great show, and that's a completely different situation. So folks, I'll be back with more videos. Join me tonight to talk about The New Crow. But the Acolyte situation is an embarrassment to Star Wars fans. The show was bad, and now we have this. But thankfully, we'll see how many of these weirdos actually come out in support of the Acolyte. Could we get a second season? anything's possible in 2024. I'd say there's a 99.98% chance that the Acolyte isn't coming back. If the remainder comes true, well, that was a slim margin. But if you thought the first season lost money, wait till you see the second season. Because Disney wouldn't even give that much money. They would not allocate it. You can have all the tax credits in the world, and you're not going to be able to write that off. It's bad business, and it's bad Star Wars, and people are fed up with it. It's not about agenda, it's that it's bad. You can't hide crap behind agenda. It's just not possible. So folks, I'm going to get out of here. I'll be back next time with more. Thank you for watching. In the meantime, be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other. Stealing Solo asks the greatest what-if question of all time. What if a group of disgruntled Star Wars fans kidnap Harrison Ford and force him to remake Star Wars in their basement? That, and a whole lot more, is answered in Stealing Solo, a Captain's Parody. Stealing Solo has been called Laugh Out Loud Funny and the greatest Star Wars parody since Spaceballs, and it's available now for a limited time only. Go to StealingSolo.com, which is powered by Shopify, so you get the reward-winning safety and security, and get yourselves a copy today. Once we sell through this limited backstock, I'm going back to the drawing board to bring you the sequel, which parodies Luke Skywalker's fall from grace, and finally the closing chapter, which I can't wait to get to, Frankenfisher, the Bride of Solo. And yes, it's exactly what you think it is. So folks, the only way to get that is go to StealingSolo.com right now, get yourselves a copy, and enjoy the greatest Star Wars parody since Spaceballs.